Brother Jeru, how old are you?
40.
You 40?
Yeah, you and I are the same age. Maniki, 47.
It's 47. I've been thinking I'm actually 48, but actually I'm 47. So my older brother is 50. Yeah. So whatever age he is, I need to subtract 3.
Yeah.
Because he's 3 years older than me.
He's 3 years older than you.
Yeah.
Welcome to us. Another episode of Make It Happen with Kiss. Vandaag beetje steering.
Oh, we're recording already?
Yeah, we will.
You didn't say 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, 3, 2.
What shot is this? You didn't give me
shot 1, scene 1, action. Vuyo Dabula.
Make up.
He's already the most sexiest man. He's still busy brushing his
makeup.
Make It Happen with Kids. A podcast that gives you tools, information, as well as fact and experience you need to start from where you are, using as little as you have to realize your dreams and make it happen.
Speak up. Welcome to it, my brother.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. After 2-3 months of me chasing you, phoning you, you are finally here, bro.
No, everything has a time and place. You know, everything I believe that 100%. Yeah.
We met. I was doing some VR stuff for you guys, and you were in awe of that. You didn't watch the giraffes and the.
No. It's too. The visuals are too much for this old heart.
It's an immersive experience.
The old kicker, yeah. No, it's too much of an immersive experience.
It is, man.
That feels very real.
Yeah,
it feels very real. Yeah.
Would you, as an actor, would you partake in that kind of work?
You mean producing it?
Being in the front of the camera.
In front of the camera.
In front of the camera.
Okay, what are the conditions wherever I'm shooting?
So I can tell you now that the set is.
I'm not quite sure how you actually produce it, how you shoot it.
So you see what we're doing now, né? This is conventional. Camera there, light here, this mic, boom, standard set.
Yeah.
The VR set is different because picture a soccer ball.
Okay.
All the patches of that soccer ball are a camera, are an eye of a camera. So it's not just that.
So it's got a lot of lenses.
So as we are shooting right now, this thing is capturing 360 at the same time. You understand? So whoever's going to be watching, they're going to feel like they are sitting with us here.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
So it kind of teleports you into that space.
Yeah.
And I think as an actor, if you were to do a movie like that, you become a steering. People really feel you here.
360.
Steering.
We've only done one degree.
Yeah, they've only done 1 degree. Now you're putting them in this whole space.
Yeah.
My guy, thanks for coming. So I wanted to chat to you because you've had a very lovely career in acting, and you know, here at Make It Happen, we talk about people that are making it happen in their own space. Out here, Rustenburg. Yasuga, Yayenza, Avengers.
There's close proximity, not necessarily Rustenburg, but pretty close.
Mafike, close by, right?
Yes.
So maybe let's start there. Let's start. You grew up in a pot where you were cooked, right? Which is this is the result that we see. What was the ingredient that went into that pot and got you to a space where we now see you on TV and we admire you for the amazing work that you've done? I know you've been through vets. Ditch that, like, waste of school fees. You did after, but you grew up, you were a kid until today. Talk to me, man. Take me through that path.
Early on.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think I'm very similar my story is very similar to a lot of people, you know.
Yeah.
I think, you know, if you remember, you know, not necessarily having, new shoes, and you know your shoes are broken a little bit, and you know you're feeling the little sand in your shoe because as you walk, if you remember, eating kind of the same thing for lunch.
Did you also have to come back home with tea,
Absolutely, I know all of it. When you make a plan so that you have something to eat.
Yes.
So my story is very similar to that. I didn't necessarily have it. Now and then, yes. Kochai Nernali television. That was one of the few houses that that has. No. We didn't. I mean, you just had to be a friend.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a lot of friends. I've always been a natural with that, not having a lot of friends around me. So some of those friends would come and we would watch. And I think, my desire to act, I would tell you, come as far as I can remember.
Okay.
I was a baby when I knew, okay, this is what I want to do.
So you knew you wanted to be in this field?
I knew I wasn't.
5 years?
Said, yeah. Even in my head, I keep thinking 4, but
yeah,
for some reason, yeah. When somebody asks me, and when did you know? In my head, I always think 4.
Okay.
4 years. At the age of 4, I knew this is what I wanted to do.
What at 4? Ubona bani? Popeye Pie spinach, and you're like, I want to be Popeye Pie spinach. Who's inspiring you at the time?
So basically, there was a lot of shows in J that we grew, American shows that we grew up with. We did watch a bit of grown folk, but if you remember clearly, there wasn't so much to kind of hide your eyes from, for lack of a better way of putting it. Like there wasn't a lot of shows where you couldn't watch as a child.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's
true. When I was growing up,
there was not a lot of Sensor TV.
Late 70s, early 80s. No, it was clean pretty clean TV. Yeah, thanks for that.
But for Zulu, that came in the 80s. It was clean TV.
It was clean TV. Even the American international stuff.
Yeah.
So I watched a lot of grown up sort of programming. A lot of the clean stuff, and I kind of, for some reason, just connected naturally to that.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, this is
my part.
First gangster I ever saw, I think, on TV, for a very long time was Ray Luca.
Yeah.
Ray Luca was the suave, very charming, dude, but he was crazy, dangerous, and very slippery. The very cunning. The police couldn't get him. So the whole series was about this police department, specialized police department, chasing after this Ray Luke, and they couldn't find him. That's I think that's the influence.
You loved that.
I loved that. I was like, wow. Every time, I'd never wanted the police to win. And it was such a great one, like at the time, because the bad guy never, lost. He
but
kept
then,
on coming.
would you say that led to you then now? Because Gaddafi, my dog.
Yeah.
I mean, Gaddafi was that part that you played on Generations.
Yeah.
You killed it. My dog. You were the same gangster that you just described.
So I don't know if you were done asking the question.
No, go for it. Jump in there, my brother.
So I think playing Gaddafi for me, before I actually got the part, when I auditioned, and eventually I got I learned that I got the part. I think it was a daunting thing for me. I think playing a gangster was daunting for me. I think my first sort of experience with acting, I do admit, my first character, like it was a short film though, but it was longer than 15 minutes. I think it was a 30-minute set where I play a gangster.
Is that on Soldiers of the Rock?
No, it's not Soldiers of the Rock.
not
It's
Soldiers of
it's
the
called First Hunt.
First Art.
Yeah, it was produced by Afda.
Yeah.
And I think it was as well, same as Soldiers of the Rock, it was a partnership between Mnet and Afda.
And after.
I played a gangster there, but you know, it wasn't mainstream, and it was niche. It was a kind of a gangster that, you know, he was like low level kind of, you know, foot soldier, something like that.
Or like the rookies.
And also, I wasn't really under the pressure that, you know, a lot of people are going to watch this. How do you play it? There's a certain way that bad guys are played in South Africa.
Yeah.
You know, there's a certain language, there's a certain poetry, the way people
Remind
speak.
me of
street style, street
Benson
whatever.
Kubane on what was it? It was
Yeah,
Remember.
you know what I mean? I mean, that for me, with Menzi was more universal. You know what I mean? You know, that whole charisma,
Yeah.
you know, bad guy charisma, that pow, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That was universal sort of gangster. You do have, you know, gangsters that, you know, come with that, you know, that charisma, they've got that whole charisma there. And then you have ones that are quiet, you know, the type of guys that, you know, by the time you realize, oh my God, you realize who you messed up with, it's too late because you don't see it coming, you know. So I think with Gaddafi was a bit daunting for me because I felt like there's a way we play gangsters in our country, you know. And
were you not able to change that part, or maybe not necessarily change it, but to put that part of you that you felt was missing in it?
Look, I mean, my question, my thing here is not that it was missing. It just felt like there's a blueprint, you know, and I don't even have a problem with that. I'm like, wow, this is, you know, some of these guys are scary, the way they portray, you know, the bad guy, you know. But I just felt like that's not me. I've got to kind of find my truth. And, you know, gangsters like, you know, Ray Luca is just, it's a fictional character, but it is very, it's very true to where they come from. You know what I mean? A lot of them. And we also have that actually as well. I got to learn after playing Gaddafi. You know, as you meet interesting people, you know, when you're on TV, so you kind of meet people like that, and you're like, oh my God. I didn't think he was, you know, the baddest of them all, but like this person that I just met is like straight killer. You know, he's hectic, but he's very calm. You don't get all of that charisma, what. It's very chill. It's all about getting things done.
Getting the work done.
But not, you know, it's not about so much as, you know, see me, I'm here, you know, I'm walking into the room, I'm taking the room, I'm getting all the attention. No. Most of them, you don't know who's who. The only thing with Gaddafi, obviously, was the mohawk. I still have it now. That kind of stands out. But other than that, you know, I took it from the type of front-minded gangsters that you don't know. Like very, you know, easy, very calm. You know,
and you killed
everything when you see it. Thank you.
Does it still follow you? Because I mean, even after that, you've done a lot of work after Generations.
Yeah. I've done even while I was busy.
But are you still Gaddafi? Everywhere, Gaddafi.
I do get that a lot. Yes, I do get that a lot. Yes, and I mean, it's by no. It's no accident. It's not a surprise. I mean, rather it's no surprise when you know, after so many years not being in a show, you know, people still identify with the character because it is like a very huge show.
It's a big
Before Uzalo came, it was like #1. It had, when we came onto the show after the old, you know, the previous team.
G16.
Yeah, the previous team. They had like bigger numbers than we had. Hence, it was you know, I think they were something 12, 13.
I had a Tamamuano in 2-3 previous episodes. And he said the numbers per episode were like 12 million.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's 12, 13.
Yeah.
It was like you know, up on that those levels. And then when we came and went to 1 point whatever, it was like very bad.
There was a drop.
And then, you know, it went up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Did it
was
reach the same numbers?
No. Never reached.
It never
the same
got to
numbers.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you leave it? I mean, one would think in South Africa, among others, with generations, because that's like kind of the biggest production right now.
Yeah.
One of the biggest productions, if I may. But
Yeah.
why leave that?
I think, you know, I mean, you know, you would say that because obviously the business that comes from that, and also the consistent check, right?
Yeah.
You would want to sit there, right?
You're stable. You've got
stable,
money coming in. You've got a big name that you already are.
And business spin-offs from there, right?
And business spin-off.
I think, look, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you have to debrief from characters as an actor. As a thespian, you have to debrief from characters.
Otherwise, then you just live the character.
Otherwise, then you fall into a very dangerous, easy, simple comfort zone space where you sit with a technique that's not been developed. Okay. And the longer you stay, the technique is not
challenging anymore. What I'm doing.
It's not challenged. It's being challenged, and and also you need to let go of these things that we take, because I mean with actors, what we do is we find ways to make it believable.
Yes.
So we take on all these different elements, different characters, and you know, you allow your spirit and your soul to deal with them. So you've got to give your spirit, you know, psyche, time off for that. You've got to clear that so that you can, you know, besides whatever it is that you do, besides what I do, besides what the president of the country does, you know, we are on this earth to grow as human beings.
As a people.
Yeah, as a people, as individuals, you know. You know, your life on earth, I believe, you need to kind of shed all the negative things that are part of you to come to get to so that you can get to your higher self, where
that's true. I saw a video this morning that said when you get separated, when you're about to get elevated, you get separated. And I think that's what that's exactly what you're saying. You have to sit, you know, you have to move to another part. You have to move to a different side of what you're doing. But you have to separate yourself from what you've been doing for a minute, so you can then move to a better place, knowing I'm good to start here. Yeah,
you know, each level has the right, you know, a particular specific state of mind.
Yeah.
Would
you say that has helped you, because you've just been staring, jumping from character to character, being staring in every character? Would you say that type of mentality has assisted you? If not, what has?
Look, I mean, to an extent, you know, I mean, there's certain things that I value from, you know, those characters. You learn to take things, you know, head on. You learn to to rely on yourself. You learn, you know, all these positive things that come with being in control.
Yes.
That come with, you know, playing steering, lead character.
How does it feel when you say playing steering? What does it sound like to you? And I want you to
be honest.
Be the kid who's going to push him on to happen. Now you are saying being a steering with a full mouth.
It's a real look. I mean, it's a real feeling. I mean, I will admit, I'm still, you know, there's still that young boy inside me that gets excited. You know, you put a gun in my hand, I'm like, you know. Back then, we used to play with water guns and you know, you know, you know what I'm saying. Now I get to hold the real gun and, you know, shoot it. You know, are we preparing for the character? even though on set it's it's a real gun, but obviously it's blanks and what have you. And to play that guy that it's not just for the few of us as boys playing this game, where you're playing this character, but not just for yourself, you're playing it now. It's like everybody, the world is watching now. You play, this character. And the fact that they're always in control, albeit, at times, obviously for drama, the challenges that he goes through, he feels powerless, he regains his power, or whatever, he's got to deal with these obstacles and these other characters that are powerful, which is challenging for the thespian.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like fun, you're rolling and all the action stuff. Plus I get to do, martial arts as well.
Yeah.
With Queen Sono.
With Queen Sono. You did amazingly well there.
Thank you so much.
Did you enjoy that part?
I had a great time there.
Yeah,
I had a great time.
I mean,
on so many levels.
Who would not?
I'm on so many levels.
What?
Where are we going?
No, we're not going.
Where are we going? Every time I start saying Queen Sono, they're thinking about that other queen. Okay, yeah.
Well, we had some fun times there with Peltuzi on set, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, no, man, she was great. She was game. A lot of the things, especially I think the acting, every time I was, in a scene with her, you felt like she was engaged and she wanted to, get the scene,
just prepared,
make it. Yeah. She wanted to make the scene work.
Yeah.
There wasn't any, what you might get with somebody with that kind of attention and power. With the things that she's done, in the industry, sometimes people carry that, and it gets in the way.
Yeah.
You get a prima donna. You can't do this. You can't.
Yeah, they didn't bring my watch.
No. She didn't. No. I didn't get that. I didn't get
my towels were wet. So.
Absolutely, she wasn't difficult for me.
Yeah.
At least I don't know what was the experience with the other people, but I felt like she wanted to make this project work.
Which is nice.
You
just have to reciprocate that yourself.
Yeah, which was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
You guys bring on art,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
No uncha.
Nice one.
I have to say that because there is, and I told you, that my guy, you've been doing amazingly well.
Yeah.
You say that you've had to learn Shona. How's your Shona now? Shona speaking.
Look, I didn't necessarily have to learn it, the language, I paid attention to the dialogue that I had.
Because you have to deliver.
You have to deliver, yeah. And I think the practice, I had a lot of practice. I listened to the sound, I think somebody read the lines, and I tried to get the rhythms and everything right.
Yes.
And certainly when you have 3 weeks to a month to get into a character, it becomes impossible.
Yeah.
If I had the time,
was it that short that you had to get into this character?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
That's how brilliant you are, though.
No. I sometimes what I do is when I have such short period of time, and for something as big as Netflix, what I did was I contacted an acting coach.
Okay.
Yeah, I contacted an acting coach, and we sat down with the material, and she was, so that means that I had 2 eyes now, 4 eyes on the project, yeah, and 2 minds,
yes.
And anything, considering the speed that I needed to prepare, so I needed that help, that extra help, and then she went through the material, and she was able to see a lot of things that I hadn't seen, and probably I wouldn't have been able to see considering the time.
Yes.
And we unpacked the character, and I was able to fill in the things that I needed to fill in.
Yes.
Yes. You know, I would say if it was any worthwhile watching character, I would attribute it to, I would attribute it to my relationship with this acting coach.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Personally, I met you with your son, but I know that, and correct me if I'm wrong, around 2020 you separated with your wife.
Yo, I hate talking about that, but if you want to ask me anything about my son, then that's fine. Well, not so much, but...
because why I want to ask you that is because it's something, maybe not tap into that directly, but it impacts on you delivering your craft. It impacts on you driving, my brother. When something like that happens. It's a big part of you that goes off and you have to restart, relearn, re-get used to things. How was that in relation to work and the young man?
The young man.
Awesome young man, by the way.
Yeah, look, I mean, we've got it's not a, you know, it's not a difficult, let me put it this way, it was an amicable separation. You know, it wasn't, we were not fighting and making things difficult for each other.
Yes.
And I think at the top of everything, our prime motivating force is the little boy.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't quite grow up with my daddy. She, you know, it's the same, but you know, I don't want to get into personal, I don't want to bring anyone that I'm close to into, you know, these conversations. But if I'm going to speak for me as an individual, how it affected me, I think acting has a lot to do with the things that we experience and that we go through, you know. You know, to reiterate what I said earlier on, we take on these different characters, and for us to make it believable, we need to grab onto things that are real for us.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we need to debrief and let go of that. I think at any given stage, I can't remember what I was playing, what character, you know, close to the separation.
Yes.
But I'm the type of, you know, actor who will take on my own personal demons to try and make it work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you channel that into the craft.
You channel that into the craft. But as an individual, as a man, obviously it takes away from, it kind of drains, you know, some of you away.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of have to sort of, it imbalances you. You kind of have to sort of learn the new normal, you know, without this person that you've been with for some time. For so long. You know, and that's why people have, you know, you go and sit down with a professional to unpack what it means to you, and
help
it does. It's a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
It is a traumatic experience. It is not an easy thing, you know. It's something that when you went into it, with the exception of people who maybe are forced into it,
but yours was to build.
Mine was to build, and I knew what I was doing, and I thought it was forever, you know.
I feel you, man. Let's get past that. Just not so long ago, you had a very tragic something happened to you. I think it involved guns and bullets and everything. But you got out of that, and I mean, the way you've been healing and hitting the gym. What is that? What happened around that, and what does it mean to you again?
I think, you know, just in short, it was an attempted hijack, you know, robbery.
Yes.
I was shot 3 times in the shoulder, right shoulder.
3 bullets went in.
I got hit, 3 times. And we got to drive myself to the hospital. And I was attended to. I spent about a week in hospital, and then they, dealt with, I had an operation. They cut, like, there's a deep cut, for them to reach down into the socket.
Yes.
Luckily, my arm is okay. Everything went well.
Thank God for that.
Thank God for that.
Thank God for that.
It was December. I got shot in December, and the doctors predicted March, April, for me to be fully healed.
Yeah.
But when I got to that stage, I decided to just wait until, say, beginning of September. That's when I started.
Was that way to make sure that I've healed properly?
I needed to make sure that I was healed properly.
And how's the work at the time? Are you working?
No, I'm not doing anything.
You're just making sure you.
No, I couldn't do anything. My arm.
Yes.
I don't know what's the frame. I couldn't move my arm. Just that slight movement, I couldn't do anything.
Jeez.
Yeah.
For a steering.
They literally cripple,
Yeah.
For some time.
But now you're back. You're hitting the gym.
Hitting the gym, doing
How
what
are
I
you
do
feeling?
best. I'm feeling, the right arm was a bit, shoulder was a bit weak, because I, for a while it wasn't engaging in any type of movement. Really.
Cup of coffee was an issue.
Forget cup of coffee. I probably couldn't lift the pan, for a very long time. So, but then hitting the gym, coming back to the gym, it has slowly kind of regained strength.
Yes.
I'm able to use it the same way I could use it before the incident.
Very important.
Before the incident, and so I'm back to scratch. I just need to work now on my cardiovascular strength.
Yeah.
My stamina. But we're getting there.
You're getting it.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Tell me about this movie, that Soldiers of the Rock, because I heard one of your interviews. I think I was driving the kids in the morning. You were talking to Sam.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah.
It was a great team, right? It was a good interview.
Yeah.
Metro.
So shout out to Sammy there.
And his team.
Yeah.
They're very cool.
You mentioned how that movie it touches you in 10 centers of your body, my guy. The feelings you never knew existed. Talk to me about that. And it's one of the first projects that you did when you started in the industry, am I correct?
Soldiers of the Rock. Yes. Why am I'm confused. I nearly started talking about Five Fingers for Marseille.
Yeah.
Because I did touch on Five Fingers for Marseille with us on Metro FM.
So I was driving and I was hearing ping bong.
Yeah.
Also the kids, Daddy, I want to connect.
I know. Oh, I've only got one. Oh my goodness, you need to pay attention.
Hey, man.
So I can imagine like a whole bunch of them in the car with
about 3
kids.
in the car in the morning.
3 of them. I only have one. So
you only met my daughter.
Yes.
You didn't meet the boys.
I didn't meet the boys.
Ah.
It's a mission.
Yeah.
I think Soldiers of the Rock was amazing. Worked with a young director. Well, he's not so young now, Norman Market.
Yeah.
It's a grown man I see now with the whole family and everything.
Yes.
Produced by AFTA. And it took me a while to actually know if I had got the character. It was one of the longest auditions ever. But the funny thing is, the moment I read the script, as I was reading the script, even my voice, the way I understood the character from the pages, even my voice started changing, and I started reading. Yeah, like it was just I don't know if it's that's what they call when they say instinct. Maybe
Yeah.
my instincts were, but I just felt this character. I loved the character. Took him a while to actually get to find the actor to play the character.
Yeah.
Legend has it they were huddled together in a room and trying to figure out, okay, who are we going to get, because they've been
Who are casting for this?
audition. Yeah, they've been trying out some people,
Yeah.
and then somebody said, "Oh, wait! Coincidentally, the character's name is Vuyo."
Yeah.
Right. So somebody says, "Oh, wait! But we have a Vuyo." At the time, I wasn't at the school; I had left. Right.
Okay.
And somebody says, "Hey, but we have a Vuyo," and then that's how I was called into the office, and drove all the way from public transport from Mafikeng back to Johannesburg and audition. And I was there for almost 3 weeks trying to figure out if they were very precious about the character.
Wait, so you got your audition, had to wait?
I had to wait, audition with the, so they had, actresses come in as well to test chemistry and whatnot, how I work with them.
Were there any big names that you were auditioning against at that time?
Did I audition with, no. I only remember 2 people that were big names. And the biggest the biggest name, and she ended up playing, Tanti, is Lebo Matos. Yeah, I played alongside Lebo Matos.
Lebo Matos, multi-talented.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Very shy, very contrary to the stage persona.
Yeah,
very,
it's always the case like that.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, the people that are always out there when it comes to the stage and everything, Mautlangana and I in person, they're well reserved, humble, they're quiet, like, Munna, who, be that person, come now.
And you expected to be that person.
You're not. Like,
turns out, no.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's work.
Absolutely.
This is me.
yeah.
You've worked with names that we can only imagine what it would be like to work with. I mean, you've worked with the likes of Matt Damon, am I correct?
Yeah, Matt Damon.
How was that? How's the Hollywood dust when you come from South Africa? How was that? Because that's not the only international production that you've done a couple.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel that those guys must come for an autograph? Or do you feel that you are still in the learning curve of your career and where you're still trying to get it to if you haven't gotten it?
Look, I mean, I think, we touched on this earlier on.
Yeah.
You said, why would I leave generations and whatnot? And I think right now there's a lot of things that I need to unlearn. I need to start over and rebuild, my instincts.
Yeah.
I need to remember my instincts. I need these challenges here and there. I need to remember how to do this. I think for
back
me,
to basics.
Back to basics.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, that was the experience for me. That now has to be my new journey because of that experience and how it affected me.
Yes.
I honestly and truthfully just need to get back to the basics and kind of rebuild my instincts. You can't be in a project, in a soap, particularly the one that's shot in the manner that it is shot.
Yes.
Yeah. There are no challenges there. With the cameras, everything is shot in studio, and everything is speed.
Yeah.
So even if even if there's no integrity in your approach, even if there's no integrity in what you're doing as an actor, things that shouldn't pass are led to pass, and then they end up on the. And I'm not beating. This is just I'm not beating generations up or anything like that. I'm not going after them. It's just the nature of a soapy.
Yeah.
And studio soap, where everything is shot in studio, and what
Plus, I guess it follows you because you guys are on set from 6 to 6.
exactly, you have to move quickly while when you shoot a soap. So a lot of things fall through the cracks. A lot of things get not, you don't get to deal with quality of work. You don't have the luxury to deal with quality of work, basically. Yeah.
You are now joining one of the major ones again in South Africa. Vuyo, from prime time to prime time, from high views to high views. You're like those people who are telling business it's successful tomorrow. They touch this, it turns into gold. They do this. How does it feel going into Uzalo right now?
For me, Uzalo
as
a staring again. Look, I mean, it's personal. There's a personal touch to the whole relationship because, I'm pretty much coming from, the incident that we spoke about. Me not working and getting, to get people, and there's a lot of soul searching that happens with, near-death experience.
Yeah.
And then also as a man, if your livelihood is sort of challenged and it's difficult for you to make a living because you're physically unable to, and also the trauma that comes with, somebody pointing a gun,
just looking into the barrel,
looking into the barrel, So you have, that has a way of playing a very negative it has a way of playing negatively into your brain, into your mind, and your psyche and who you are as a man. And I think we dealt with a lot of demons and self-doubt coming into, after getting shot.
Yes.
And the calls are not happening and work is not happening and what have you. Now to have a company call you and we want to do this with you. For me, it was quite unheard of. It was weird.
You used to auditioning.
You audition, yeah. So for somebody to call you, other things, I've done without any auditions, yes. But with the state of mind that I was in, to have them call me and offer me this role. For me was quite, I was taken aback. And I think, I will forever have a space in my heart for just what they did.
Just for the thoughts,
for bringing you in. Yeah, calling me. And it happened for quite a while because I kept on missing that. I didn't have their number. They would call. It's my favorite. So I think eventually they got a hold of me and it was quite fun because it's different setup. We're not in studio all the time. In fact, I never saw the inside of a studio. We shot inside a real restaurant. We shot inside a real home.
Okay.
We were, on location.
Yes.
I was with people who were just comfortable with me. There wasn't any, a really interesting, calm, and just chill people that I worked with.
Made it easier.
People that I don't know. It's not that I've got anything against. But it's always fresh to work with somebody with a fresh face and you see how they work. And a lot of people like that, they have a fresh take on things.
Yes.
It's important. It's not something that they've...
I have 20 years training, so this
is how it's going to be. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm open-minded, so feed me. That's
so for me, I'm like, feed me, and then also at the same time, I actually interpreted this so differently. This is actually how I feel we should do it. And then you're like, actually, and then you start picking up, and then it's like now that freshness.
Yes.
You start learning that freshness as well. Yeah. So it was so amazing.
It looks like you like that. Your face says This production is
no. It was something. It was also very homely. I don't know if it's that they're living near the ocean or what, but like they're so calm. There's no stress. They've got like they hold these trailers, but it's like your old bangers, those old trailers, and then we go sit in there, just waiting in between scenes, and I'm like, wow, it's just the care they put into caring for, taking care, protecting, making sure that the actors are safe. It's just like very comfortable, not worried about this. It's not like your Netflix where you're in your banger all by yourself and it's big like Queen Sono. Because some productions on Netflix have kind of lowered the standard of I think they need to look into that. But certainly with Queen Sono, it was like, oh my God. Unseen as well. Unseen as well. They made sure. But with Uzalo, my gosh, with the South African broadcaster, local broadcaster, just the time they took to make sure that
it's more personal than just a number.
It's like, okay, you see,
I'm not just an actor.
No. These
but
people,
I'm part of this.
No. Even the crew, it was so sweet, man. I mean, it was like, sometimes you get a hostile environment because it's you. Your podcaster. And you might experience, with other podcasters who feel like
it does
a little, But so it's the same with acting. And I mean, we deal with a lot of rejection. So that can play, I think.
Rejection?
Yeah, we deal with a lot of rejection. There are a lot of parts that I get overlooked for. And
you feel like, but that was me.
And then you feel, look, I mean, to tell you the truth about that, this is my part. I have had only a few times where I felt like, wow, this project, oh my God.
Could have been
was good. No. This project, this was for me. This is me.
Yes.
I don't think I can't remember if any of the, the projects where I was rejected, I didn't get the part. I don't think, I can't remember anywhere I felt like, oh my God, I lost the character that I was supposed to play. No. But there are few of the things that I've done
as well. So you miss out two, it's fine. You've got the 10.
The ones that I've got, the projects that I've done, there's only very few. I can count with like maybe 3 fingers. Where I felt like, oh my God, this is me. They caught me and right. This is me. This is one character I wanted to play.
What's your ranking when it comes to the sexiest man in South Africa right now?
What do you mean?
Were you not number 1, number 2 for a while? Are you still not? When did they?
What do I say? I fell off. I'm supposed to feel some type of way.
How do you feel?
With age, you know, of course, when you're younger in your 30s, these things are important, to you. My God, I was sexiest, hung. All of those things, we don't
factor them.
Look, a man is a man. Look, a man is a man. A man is a man. It just so happens that I'm a gym freak, you know. But had I not been steered that direction, really, I would have. How do I put this? Maybe I would have been a normal, And even this is not normal. This is not normal. There are people like this, and it's normal. And there are people like me, and it's normal. You know what I mean? It's like, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
At any given time, whatever the trend is will prevail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, whatever the trend is.
Right now, there was just beard. It seems like nobody cares about the beard as well.
The beard, yeah. Actually, when after saying what I just said,
nobody cares about the beard now.
Any given time, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm normal, you normal. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never been voted the sexiest man. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. If it does, hey, make it happen, us, please. Yeah, all right. Vote for this guy. Vuyo, my guy, let's wrap it up, man.
Yeah. No stress.
You are amazing, dog. I think the work that you've done is pretty incredible. I hope that you just keep climbing like that and you achieve every of your heart's desires in this career and what you want to achieve as a person as well.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you for coming to Make It Happen with Kiss. Mm-hmm. It's people like you that I want here that are making it happen, whatever the odds, whatever life brings you, but you still keep pushing and you keep making it happen.
Yeah.
What can they expect, my guy? What do you want to tell the makers there, man?
The makers there. Listen, I thank you for, first and foremost, thank you so much for the invite. Although it did take a while for us to actually get together.
Well, like you say, it's happening now.
It was the right time, yes. And I think look forward to I'm working with the powerful South African made watch. It's called Koi watch.
Let's see that.
Yeah, Koi watch.
That's a smartwatch.
Yeah, it's a smartwatch. It monitors everything, your heart rate.
Koi.
Koi watch.
Koi watch.
Koi Afri watch. Yeah.
Koi Afri watch. Look at that.
So I'm collaborating with them, and one of the new ambassadors. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, man, you are all South African, isn't it?
Oh, pretty much.
Because you've got Batu on?
I've got Batu on, yeah.
Yes?
Definitely, yeah.
You've got a South African watch?
These are actually my favorite go-to shoes at the moment. But I've had them for quite a while.
Nice.
I've been saving them. So I think now it's like I'm feeling them. But I've never really felt them. A limited mesh.
Yes.
If the product is quality, if it's great, it's impressive, it's comfortable. The watch, your heart rate, BP, everything, like all your health condition.
Yes.
There's a database, that works with it.
Yes.
Should you have any issues, maybe have a stroke or collapse for
any
reason.
It has a file.
So it has a file. So it sends, also sends notice to a database.
Yeah.
And then you can be attended to specifically for people who sometimes.
Do the Apples or the Samsung do that?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah,
right now, this one.
But everything, everything that they do, this one does, and I've had it for quite a while. It's very sturdy.
Oh, shut up, man. Say the name again, man. Let them
Koi Afri watch.
Koi Afri watch.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working with, and obviously Uzalo is coming up, this is brilliant project that I was approached for. It's a film, and I can't wait. I'm preparing for that physically. It's another big action, but the director that's working on it is into like real characters, real stories.
Yeah.
So you have those elements that he brings, real story, real character, and big action stuff. So I'm looking forward to that.
Shut up, man.
Yeah.
Vuyo Dabula, an amazing actor. He's amazing. He's a good guy. He's not a sterling right now. He's actually a great nature. Just killed with me right now. I feel honored to be in your presence, my brother. You are greatness.
Nice one.
You do amazing things.
Yeah,
so man. Yeah. Whatever that you're going to be doing, let it happen. Let's make it happen.
No, let it happen.
Let it happen.
Absolutely.
Man. At Fiscal Kids, at Make It Happen on all social media platforms. We are done. Salute. Peace, yo.
Salute. Nice one, brother.